Welcome once again. I still remain Mr. Kenneth Oscar. Today we are going to look at things that affect our services. Talking of services in the hospitality industry. There are several things that affect our outputs in service delivery. On top of it is our mood. Most times you might be on the mood that you don't like to do the things you are supposed to do. You don't feel like doing those things that you are supposed to do. But I tell you what, one thing is sure. Put yourself in the mood, just do that thing. Because when you don't do it, you will still have to do it later. Why delaying it? Why postponing it? So when you're not in the mood, always ask yourself, why should I do this? Once you understand the reason why you should do a certain thing at a certain time, I bet you it will be difficult for you to not be in the mood to do that at that point in time. One thing is sure, anything that you do, you need to understand the reason behind doing those things that you need to do. I'll give you an example. There's a famous story of the 3 army men that was guarding a concrete slab. Not knowing that that concrete slab, they were guarding it before, when it was still fresh, when it was done new, so that people will not spoil it. Then 20 years later, people are still guarding that slab. Ignorantly, no. But because they don't understand why they have to guard those slabs. That is why they continue guarding those slabs, even 20 years after. The slab have dried, gotten spoiled, damaged, scratched, but yet they are still guarding that slab. So once you feel like not doing certain things at a certain time, maybe you're supposed to do this by this hour or by this minute, and you feel like, no, I'm not in the mood. No, that is not the right thing to do. Just understand that I have to do this. Even if I don't do it, you still have to do it later, and you now put more pressure on yourself when doing it. The second point is attitude. You know, all these points, I term it service influencers. They are service influencers because when you don't take care of them, when you don't monitor them, it gets to affect your service attitude. That is why I term it service influencer. Now the attitude. You know, most times you don't know that our attitudes are visible from the way you walk, from the way you talk, from the way you move. Attitude is visible for people to see. Most times you don't know that. But when you have the right attitude, then you can be able to deliver optimally and exceed guest expectation. Your attitude will push you so that you meet the guest's practical needs and the emotional needs. Now, what is different between these practical needs and the emotional needs? I'll give you an example. A guest walks into your restaurant, you're supposed to serve him a cup of coffee. That cup of coffee is his practical need. But the way you serve it is the emotional need. Take note, the emotional need will even make you to wow the guest. Practical needs, everybody can do it, anybody can even serve, anybody can do that, but it's the emotional need that is important. And this emotional need is being driven by your attitude. When you have that attitude, you can be able to go that extra mile in delivering that emotional satisfaction to your guests. Number 3 on the list is self-discipline, self-esteem, and self-confidence. I put all of them together because none goes in the absence of the other. As a service provider, you need to have self-discipline. Self-discipline is doing what you are supposed to do no matter what. Self-discipline will even boost your self-esteem. I'll give you an example. Sometimes you may make a mistake, but due to your confidence, others might think, no, this might be the new way of doing this. Not knowing that you are making a mistake, but you are very confident in what you are doing. So I urge you as a service provider, as a guest attendant, have that self-confidence in you. With these 3 points, mood, attitude, then the 3 ones put together, self-esteem, self-confidence, and self-belief. Guests will trust you more because they have confidence in what you are doing. That means you have already bought the mind and heart of the guests because they will see you being comfortable, relaxed in what you are doing. Thank you very much and remain blessed.